Well, the ovation was quite clear, and not just within the ground here at Chinnaswamy Stadium. All around the city of Bengaluru, they knew who has just come out to bat. It is Virat Kohli, the great Virat Kohli. One of the Fab Four of world cricket batting. And Kohli comes out at the time where India need him most. Patel is struck.
Oi, Jesse!
Looking at the reasons why that Jaswal missed this. Too much turn yet. Couldn't control it. Crowd hopeful that Virat Kohli is off the beauty.
Oi, Jesse!
And Smithy, imagine when I went into bat in the second innings, how nervous I must have been.
I think once here against West Indies.
That was the second innings.
Catch it!
I mean, yes, it was the first ball of the innings, but it wasn't the first ball of the match.
And survive.
And
is underway. Sonny, you can breathe too.
yes, you'd never like anybody to get a pair. So he's off the pair.
After 14 deliveries, he gets a single. And now he hits one back with a point for 4. The boundaries are starting to flow.
Look at that effort. But before that effort, look at that shot as well. Just that single taken in the previous over where he got off the pair. And you can see the confidence. It's just the confidence that comes with just that. Look at that. Just a little rocking back. And from the stumps, he's hit it from the stumps. So it's just a measure of the confidence.
Picked up the length quickly too. So runs beginning to flow. See, it's just fractionally short. He has enough time, but it generates a lot of power with that punch. Square of the wicket. He'll give it its all, Glenn Phillips. So quick across the turf. Comes looking to get back, get the ball in.
Good run. They left the gap open on the offside. Kohli said, I'll take a piece of that. Awkward. It was awkward. You got to scamper with Phillips. Kohli makes it, but he was just tucked up a little awkwardly there.
Couple today when it was going back onto the stumps. This wasn't far away from leg stump.
You thought Rohit Sharma's dismissal was unusual. What about this one that might have eventuated?
This could have gone off the it's hit his pad there and not far away. This could have ricocheted straight back onto leg stump. Whoa.
And that is as confidence as you can get from a Virat Kohli. Lovely drive. Alongside Simon Dool, Dinesh Karthik.
Well, stunning. This is Kohli at his best. Just eases into the shot. Great extension of the hands and the arms. Not a genuine half volley, just a little bit full from O'Rourke, but that is right out of the middle of the bat.
And that'll lift the spirits of everyone here. They were expecting quite a bit when Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli were out there, and suddenly a deathly hush as soon as they saw Rohit Sharma going back. That drive would have lifted their Jas Patel to continue. Yeah, the point you were making about batters defending to spin, it just jog your memory back to the way Rahul Dravid used to defend. I think he would always get a stride which was comfortable and always bat in front of the pad. He was so far away from the pad also when sometimes defending, even if you got an edge, it didn't travel to slip. Just a nice way of defending, even though he batted with DRS and played against some of the best spinners, people like Vaughan, Murli.
Rather than balloon up off the bat pad.
Lovely clip again. Sarfaraz responding well, because you need to when you're batting with Virat Kohli. Yeah, very similar to what Rahul used to do. That's why I said a comfortable stride depending on who the
defense a little bit. Maybe he didn't need, because he had a solid defense as well. But a lot of the international players playing today, one of the challenges once they come to the international level is whether they need to change their defense, which is such an integral part of your test batting.
A lot more confident now, Virat Kohli. When he was on a pair, obviously could be Virat. Yeah, the stride a lot more confident now. Quite.
Nicely left by Virat. Just create that doubt out there. A lovely position, low hands, allowing the ball to go through nicely. And the slowness of the pitch coming through, ball dying on his way to Tom Blundell. But as good a position as you can.
A pretty fair clip, India. Nearly 5 runs and over.
It's bad. Just a beautiful way.
42. Hold really nicely. Imagine that's in New Zealand. 134 for 2.
End of the 28th over. Scores are 134.
Down the track. And that's the growing confidence you're talking about. It's perched into the stands.
Oh, hello. Virat Kohli using his feet, and to great effect as well. We've seen him do this consistently, but yet again coming up with the beauty.
Now brings out the sweep shot. And the 50-other partnership is up.
The Bengaluru crowd enjoying it. This was the first of the 2 boundaries that came along. Virat Kohli using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball, and a nice flurry to finish it off. And then guess what? The next one was followed by a sweep. Virat Kohli sweeping. Good news for India. There's a good smatter of people, and they've all come to watch this man bat, and these kind of shots are going to let them be very fulfilled when they leave the ground.
And even the growing sign of confidence, even it's turned a lot.
Last couple of balls have turned alarmingly. This one much flatter. When a flat ball turns, that's when the batter could be in a little bit of trouble.
Once again, nicely turned away there. Will O'Rourke with the chase, and he will give up. So 14 runs off the over. 150 up for India. It's 152 for 2.
Just high quality batting again. Using his feet for the 6, sweeping, waiting for that angle on the leg stump, just turning that ball fine. Plenty of gaps. New Zealand aren't using a lot of boundary riders at the moment because they're so far in front.
A nice partnership blossoming here. 57 of 49.
Just want to...
I think that's where, as a batter, DK, sometimes you need to park that aside, isn't it?
I think what Tom Latham...
Wickets, it could be trouble. India 153 for 2.
End of the 31st over. The scores are 153 for 2.
3. Runs are flowing at the moment. They'll come back for 2. India going at 5.2.
We got a great chance. 2 more runs. So this tempo is very good. Someone like Sarfaraz coming in and playing the way he is. Kohli looks solid, but Sarfaraz 43 from 32. There's a flurry of boundaries in the last 20 minutes or so. Kohli, Sarfaraz both getting into the act. Couple of 6s in the last over. So they trail by 180.
390 runs scored today. Kohli needs to keep this form going by long innings.
Ravi Shastri conducted toss.
What you mentioned about New Zealand looking to slow things down, I think a bit, then go back to spin, because both these players will attack spin. Sarfaraz in particular.
They'll come back for 2. He's very quick between the wickets, even though his turning circle was almost as big as some of the... Ejaz's 12 overs got 70, but he gave you 2 wickets. You take that any day. Look how... what a big circle he takes, but he's so quick. And the second was always on. Out a deep point doing the fielding a little while ago. Michael Bracewell is on as a sub. It's a good over. It's a good tight over from Matt Henry. It's 174 for 2. On that planet, is he always looking at what contemporaries are doing? Is he that kind of person?
There's not one player who doesn't look at contemporaries. If he says no, he's lying. Back of his mind, he knows. But that really won't affect him, in the sense that he'll be more focused as to what he has to do.
Did you get that in the conversations you had? Did you get that impression that he wanted to be top of the heap?
All of them, each one of them. I mean, go and ask Root, go and ask Williamson, go and ask Steve Smith when he was at his pomp. Still is such a good player. They'll all want to be at the top of the tree. And Virat is no different. He would have come here very determined. Yes, he knows he missed out in the first innings. But when you're going through a patch like this, it's important to spend some time at the crease. And then suddenly, at some stage, you feel everything's coming back.
Cannot play at this level without ambition. And Smithy, I look at Kane Williamson. I got to know him reasonably well. You look at him and he seems such a simple, easy-going person. I'm sure there's a fire that burns within.
I think the very best have that within them. That's the point.
179 for 2. India trail by 177 across the halfway point.
The scores are 179 to the loss of 2.
a good stop. It's a good stop to his own bowling by Matt Henry. I think that was hit very crisply.
Watching the attractive things in the game, like we're watching Virat Kohli. The purist may just say Martin Crowe. I would say Martin Crowe.
That is a Kohli special. All bottom hand, all wrist, and it's a straight drive.
Yes, and it's after a long time you're seeing Kohli playing that shot. Look how far it is from the off stump, but yet he manages to get on top of it, and those wrists. It's a shot of his own. It's like a tennis player playing a forehand, top spin forehand.
Like that, Chip.
Talked about the volume of runs he's made. We often say, in domestic cricket in India, if you're a middle order batter, you can't be scoring 102 or 103 or an 87 because no one will look at you. You've got to make the big hundreds to be noticed, and he's broken the door down. He's not just knocked on it.
He's not just broken the door, he's banged it down, and he's looked for the select.
Yeah, Tom. Right work, Thomas. Oh, yes, Thomas.
.48 to Virat Kohli. India trail by 168 now, and looking good at 188 for 2 after 37 overs.
Move to 49, Virat Kohli.
Henry in his second spell, and even in the first spell, was bowling more on the pad.
Ready. Not helping New Zealand. As Saniji mentioned, he has drifted towards the pads, and also the consistency with which he has bowled right through over the last 2 for 70 of 12. He's picked up 2.
31st Test match half century for Virat Kohli. Comes at a crucial time from an Indian point of view, and this partnership continues to grow. Along with Safraz, another fine half century, but India will want a lot more. 191 for 2. Said cameras at the ready. Glimpse of a milestone they can get. Last July, Port of Spain, Trinidad was Kohli's last Test century. 121, he was run out. Goes down a little bit. Kohli watched it well. On 97 for 2.
He fires the ball in, Glenn Phillips, around the 90s and sometimes the 100 as well. This one scooted along the ground. And that's the danger as well for New Zealand when they bat in the fourth innings.
Last ball hit one of those cracks again. Karthik just kept low. It actually looked like it almost tried to seam away, move away from Kohli after it hit that crack as well.
Yeah, one of the cracks, possibly the lower end of the crack, or the other side of the crack, which forces the ball to scoot, and that is something which you need to be careful about.
The rate India have been scoring at.
Love you, Jay.
Couple of little shake.
Love you, boy. Oh, gee. Love you, boy.
Yeah, somebody who really flirts with that return crease. Normally, on the odd occasion, he does go to the middle of the crease and bowls, but more often than not, and that's where, or that's the area from where he operates. Let's have a look what he does. Again, very close. He was on a pair when he walked out today. Virat Kohli initially took him a while to get going, but once he did, it was the Virat Kohli of old. Some wonderful shots running down the track to Ijaz, bringing out the sweep shot as well. Yeah, the wrists are always going to come into play. 50, number 31. And as Simon rightly said, a very subdued celebration there. Maybe to suggest that there is more to come.
Determination, I think, in those eyes is what I see.
Yes, I think you recognize the gravity of the situation, because India is still behind by 154 runs. He also is experienced enough to know that once you get in, you've got to a half century and you've got 2 more days to go. You can score runs by the ton. So he doesn't want to miss out. He wants to put India in a position where they can then set New Zealand a target in the 4th innings.
9,000 test match runs for Virat Kohli. 3 ahead of him in the Indian list of all time. Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, and the man alongside us, and Sunil Gavaskar.
Most runs for tests, or most runs for India in test matches. Sachin Tendulkar sitting atop the pile, nearly 16,000 runs. Rahul Dravid.
Put down. It's gone quickly and it's come off the boot. Now Daryl Mitchell is normally at slip for the spinners. Just Patel in there at the moment, but Daryl Mitchell is the man that does that first slip roll for the spinners more often than not. This has hit the boot or just past the boot, but it was certainly catchable height.
And the thing is, as long as fielders keep standing with their hands on their knees, and they are always more likely to miss those low catches. Unless you crouch down, never in India is complaining, and it's followed by another gorgeous extra cover drive for a boundary.
There you can understand a little bit of frustration creeping in. Overpitched, bit of drift there. And right up to task. He plays that shot really well, does Virat Kohli.
Trying to work out why Mitchell's not there. Fella's renowned as a gully fielder.
Where his hands are up. See where his hands are up there. He's not even bending. Those are low catches. You're never going to be there. He didn't even get his.
Keep the strike. 10 from the over. It's 2:14 for 2.
Will O'Rourke.
That's the reason why he hits the bat late, strikes.
It's very interesting how Virat Kohli lines up, and we speak about great players and how they're able to do different initial moves. Have a look at Saudi. Just look at the front foot. For Saudi, it doesn't move much, whereas for Will Rook and for Matt Henry, it moves in further. Mainly because for Saudi, he wants to stay late and not go for that booming cover drive outside the off stump, whereas Will Rook and Matt Henry slightly quicker. He has to do that initial movement to get in time. So he just holds his left leg, his front leg, whereas for the others it keeps moving. There's a trigger movement, as we call it. He does that and gets much closer because of the speed of the ball being much higher for the other bowlers. And it's a very hard thing to do as a batter, to control your initial trigger movement, and that's what makes a player like Virat Kohli very special.
It's been a very, very good innings this week. Plays it fine enough, gets 4. There's a fielder back there. He had to control the shot. One a deep square, one a deep fine. And he did that well enough, played it fine enough. Goes up to 67. It's 220 now for 2. He played it down. That was the key too. Played it down. Game well away from India. It's a lovely shot. My reading was, if you have to have any chance of salvaging this game, when you're 356 behind, you have to be 350 for 4 minimum.
Just like in life.
Just like the stock market. Better going up than down.
Cannot ask for more in the day's test match cricket. 228 for 2. Chase that's so far got them to 228 for 2.
DK, you were talking before about attitude.
And I remember after the hook shot that he played of the first ball last over, when the Neil Wagner field was set, Kohli immediately had a word with him.
They might be in different places, inhabit different planets at the moment. But Virat Kohli came from where Sarfaraz is. Long before he became the sculpted, suave, sophisticated Kohli. Still retains that hunger, make no mistake. Put square just in front of square. Then another fairly square at mid-wicket. That's 5 on the onside. Wide slip, gully, deep point happening. You were down, we saw it from different angles. Both equally excited. It's not a shot that goes for 6. He does not brought it up either. Well played, and a good ball too, Fuller.
And after 48 over, the scores are 228 for 2.
You generally have people either tying up their shoelaces or just going and gardening a bit.
It's come off when there's 2 minutes left. Well done. He uses the crease, not just the width, but the depth as well. There's 3 balls left. He might just sneak another over in. The umpire's got to walk in their normal speed. It's got to be 17-15. That'll take a bit of time. Kohli wants to come back for 2. He's got to hurry. I think about 3 or 4 yards into it, he realized, hang on, what's happening here? And the athlete in Virat Kohli then overtook the batter in Kohli and took him home.
What he might have forgotten here is that the person chasing was Ravindra. And what's different about that is Ravindra's got a left arm, a good left arm. He doesn't have to run round the ball to get it in. He has to pick it up and flick. And I think Kohli misread that situation at a certain point. He got away with it because he is very, very quick. And now they will have a time to pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and use some more time up.
And the alarm goes off in the dugout as well. And so on cue, someone comes. Clock's ticked over. 1 ball to go. 8th over. Oh, what a ball! Is there an edge? Is there an edge? They're all celebrating. The finger's gone up. Can you imagine? You thought you'd seen it all in a day's test match cricket. And Glenn Phillips is celebrated like a high jumper. He has reviewed it as Virat Kohli.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for a catch behind. Original on-field decision is out. We've checked the feet placement and it's a fair delivery. We can have a look at front on, please. Okay. Let's rock it. Let's come, bring the ball back further, please. Roll it through. Okay. Very close to the outside edge. Let's have a look at ultra edge, please. Okay, stop there. Okay, I've got a spike with the ball next to the bat, and I've got no gap between bat and ball. Can go back to Michael on field to stay with his original decision of out. You're on screen now, Michael. Please signal.
Who writes the scripts for test match cricket? It's ended in a tragedy for India. The celebration from New Zealand, you had to see it to believe it. What a good innings from Virat this night for New Zealand. And of the very last ball, a feather of an outside edge, and New Zealand way ahead now in this game.
It's a very good piece of bowling. Got a one last chance, you make the batsman play, and Kohli was drawn into it. He changed his gloves. He had a dodgy situation with a run, a second run. Maybe it affected his concentration marginally. And Tom Latham just knows how different that comes when they hop off the bus tomorrow morning. They do not have to get Virat Kohli out. One of the finest players in the game, and Phillips with the golden arm has done it yet again. A little bit of dismay in the Indian camp as well, because they now know their job just got considerably harder to get out of this game or possibly win it. Kohli goes for 70. A good catch from Blundell. It's 231 for 3.